Imagine hearing an odd sound that can't be explained, or seeing a shadowy figure move, but no one is there. A light flickers.
You feel a cold breath on your neck. Is it your imagination, or is it real? (1896), Mansfield, Ohio. The first inmates arrive at the Mansfield Reformatory. During the next 100 years,
more than 150,000 inmates will pass through its heavily guarded gates. Now, 14s have come to see if ghosts of inmates are still doing time at the old prison.
Late 1800s, in the Inyos Mountains, California, a dangerous outlaw named Alphonse Benoit is reportedly found dead,
surrounded by the skulls of his victims. More than a century later, he's seen again in the deserted mountain town of Cerro Gordo. Now, two sisters from the valley are searching for his spirit.
What was that?
They fear that in death, the ghost of the Inyos will be as evil as he was said to be in life. These are the real stories of actual encounters with the bizarre and the unknown. These are real,
scary stories. Every prison is built to be escape-proof. Rob and his 3 friends are about to discover the stone walls and iron bars of Mansfield Reformatory
are so secure that even the souls of desperate criminals cannot escape into the hereafter.
My name is Rob. I'm 17, and I live in the same town as one of the most haunted prisons in the United States. I've heard stories about guards that were murdered in there and murdered inmates.
Any of those people could still be in there haunting the place.
People have, their own different ideas of who's haunting it. If you live in Mansfield, then you're going to know the reformatory and you're going to at least hear stories about it.
Most people think it's haunted. Not everybody. I just really don't believe that there's ghosts and things there.
Tonight, me and my friends, Rachel, Blythe, and Pete, are going to go into the reformatory and look for the spiritual activity.
I have to prove to all of them that there's really no such thing.
The prison from the outside is like a place that you've always wanted to be. It's like a castle. But when you walk inside, there's an underlying coldness that doesn't go away. There are so many people that died here. Most of them did not die peacefully.
We had a lot of stabbings, suicides. We had one that hung himself down in the correction cell, which the inmates called the hole.
In 1931, there was a guard killed in the isolation area downstairs. There were 2 recorded instances of men being thrown over the railings in the west cell block.
A lot of pain and a lot of grief here. And I think that a lot of that sticks with the building.
Well, the building itself is made out of sandstone, and sandstone has a high quartz content. Quartz absorbs and emits energies. Emotion is energy. Energy, you can't create it or destroy it. It's always there. Of all the prisoners that came and went, and all the emotion that went on in this place, it's like a big battery. It makes it easier for spirit energy to manifest themselves.
There have been hundreds of paranormal experiences documented out here.
We've gotten orbs, we've gotten mists, we've gotten full figures, and some of them have been positively identified either by former guards or through old record.
Most people know the story about the warden.
The warden and his wife.
The warden's wife died, apparently of an accidental shooting.
One day when she opened the closet, a gun fell out and shot her.
The warden, her husband, in fact, 10 years later, passed away at his desk from a massive heart attack.
People have said that they've heard the warden and his wife arguing in the warden's quarters.
You hear so many stories that it's kind of hard not to think that something is haunting the place.
We go through all of our pictures with a fine-tooth comb and varying degrees of magnification. And the photo that was taken down in solitary, at first I just thought it was like rubble. I blew up that part of the photo, and this face showed up. And the one eye is swollen shut, and the nose is kind of bent over. This poor guy got beat up.
The hole, when I first came here, they would only put one to a cell because they were violent. One time they put 2 inmates in one cell. Only 1 inmate came out. The other one is dead, stuffed underneath the steel cot where a cellmate had strangled him that night.
Tonight at the reformatory, I hope to find at least one ghost, whether it be the warden or one of the cellmates, and try to talk to it.
I think it's creepy in there, but I don't really believe in all that ghosts and haunting stuff.
Will Rob and his friends end up serving time with the ghosts of Mansfield
Prison? As punishment for breaking the rules at Mansfield, some of the worst offenders were sent to the row of dark solitary cells known as
the Hole, a place so terrible it would claim the spirits of prisoners trapped there, spirits that many believe still remain.
If you walk down one of the cell blocks at night, you just feel like there are thousands of eyes staring, like they're still here.
It was totally disgusting. The smell was really horrible. It smelled like bodies were decaying.
Lead away, Russ. We were looking for certain things we'd heard about.
We were planning to look for solitary.
Hey guys, look.
We are here, guys.
Yes.
We entered the hole. I was scared personally because I had heard stories about it.
Solitary, even in the summertime, it's cold. It's cold down there. Temperature-wise, it just chills you to the bone. It's just bad.
We went into one of the solitary confinement cells and just kind of sat and kind of stayed quiet to see if we could hear anything. Rachel and Blythe went to go look for the warden's quarters.
Totally feel something like on my hair follicles, dude. Like brushing up against my hair.
Yeah. There's something in there. Please, go.
All of a sudden I had warm air, like flew on my face. And like top of my head, like felt like someone was like brushing my hair. Just like my whole face was hot, like breath, like warm breath, and then like I could feel stuff on my hair.
Oh yeah.
Like that's exactly what it was like. And I'm going back in there.
No, Rob.
Pete was really afraid of the solitary confinement hall, and I was more curious and like wanted to keep looking and find out what was going on.
Rob, come here. Rob, please come right here. Something moved in that cell.
And I'm going back in there.
No, Rob.
I'm feeling the same exact thing again. I kind of convinced Pete to go back into the cell and see if he felt anything.
Okay, something's feeling your hair.
Like the back, like top left side of my head, and like I could feel warm breath on my head, on my face.
I could feel something. Get out. Like 100 little fingers pulling the skin off of my face. Like something's trying to pull my skin off of my nose.
It's a weird feeling. It's like warm. It is so warm in here.
It was like this ominous presence was right there, and I just had to get out. Can we leave now, please? That was a lot of what made me think these people really are joking that there are ghosts in here.
Probably about the best thing I would advise would be to, if you feel uncomfortable in a place, get out.
You do not even know how scary this was down in solitary.
The girls didn't know, but they wanted to.
So they went to find out for themselves.
creepiest spot right there. I feel like there was someone like standing like right behind me, like really creepy. Makes me feel sick. And we really feel like there's somebody here like following us or just.
I'm getting out of here now. Get me out of here now. I'm gonna throw up.
Let's go. I really felt that when I turned around, I'd see someone standing there staring me straight in the eye. And when I didn't, I was really confused. I don't know how I could feel so strongly about there being a person right in front of me when there wasn't.
I did find what I was looking for. I did find some sort of presence, some sort of ghost telling us we really shouldn't be here.
It was a big change of heart for me. There are people that died in there that are still there, and it's haunted.
I came into this really unsure of what I thought and pretty much not believing in ghosts, but I'd say the experience that I had in the solitary confinement chamber had such a big impact on me that it definitely changed my mind, and I know that there was something else in there.
I blew up the photo that was taken down in solitary and sent it to the prison. One of the former guards identified him as Jimmy Hansberger and that he was killed down in the hole.
Somehow, his life ended in that chamber, and he's still in there.
Shireen and Felicia are preparing to meet the ghost they've heard about all their lives, Alphonse Benoit.
The outline of his sinister face has appeared on a screen at the old hotel in Cerro Gordo. Alphonse Benoit died hiding out in the Inyos mountains near Cerro Gordo.
Shireen and Felicia have come to see if his murderous ghost is still holed up in the empty boomtown.
Sometimes it's very, very quiet. The loudest thing in town is your own heartbeat.
I think his ghost is an evil, negative spirit that was trying to scare us really bad last night.
People around here think that he was a mass murderer, so I think that's why he still might be up there haunting the place looking for new victims. I'm Felicia.
And I'm Shireen.
And we live in Lone Pine, California.
We live at the base of Mount Whitney, tallest mountain in the continental U.S. Tomorrow we are going to go to the top of the Inyos Mountains, very top, to a ghost town called Cerro Gordo.
Cerro Gordo is the largest silver mine in one hole in California. Somebody was always falling down the mine shaft or getting kicked in the head by a mule.
There was a shooting almost every day up there. It was like a murder a week, if not more.
We have heard a whole bunch of ghost stories about the old mining camp. One man that was staying in the hotel saw a lantern just float across the room.
We were just starting to work on the hotel when they first noticed the face in the screen.
Could well be an image of Alphonse Benoit.
They say they see a dark figure in the corner of their eye, and they turn to look, there's nobody there. People around here think that the dark figure is Alphonse Benoit.
Apparently he was murdered in a mine somewhere north of here, and Alphonse has gained the reputation as the ghost of the Inyos.
In 1994, hikers found a rusted canister with handwritten notes
about the manhunt for Alphonse Benoit.
It talked about finding what they thought were the remains of Alphonse Benoit, surrounded by the crushed skulls of his victims.
We've kind of been scared or kind of spooked out by the Inyos Mountains and the tales of Cerro Gordo. I finally got enough guts to go up there.
I think my sister's crazy. I'm going with her because I don't want her to be all alone.
The road that goes up there is known as the Yellow Grade Road. It's the same road that they built back in 1868.
The roads up to Cerro Gordo were really windy. They were twisty. Some of them were really steep.
It felt like we were kind of leaving civilization behind.
When we got up there, we were stuck. If we got in any trouble, it was like we had to stay up there.
Me and Felicia were left there all alone, except for the wind. and all the spirits, and very spooky Cerro Gordo.
I don't know, there's nothing.
There are no visitors to Cerro Gordo
during the winter.
We went to check out the old general store, which is now the museum. There wasn't really anything there.
We went over to the Bellshot house to investigate that.
This is where some people say that they've seen stuff. What's in here? Wow. There's a lot of doors in this place.
Doors that lead nowhere.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
These things were open.
Think there's something following us? Maybe.
Ready to go to the hotel?
Yeah, let's go.
We got enough courage to go to the hotel. Oh, God.
The hotel is where the face of Alphonse Benoit appeared in the screen.
Shireen and Felicia are about to find out firsthand
why Cerro Gordo defines ghost town. The body of Alphonse Benoit was surrounded by the crushed skulls of his victims.
Shireen and Felicia fear that he is as dangerous in death as he was in life.
The hotel is where the face of Alphonse Benoit appeared in the screen.
Let's go. Right behind you. Sorry. It's just a
Shireen.
It's just a cat.
You scared me.
Ooh. We were kind of getting nervous because it was really late at night, and we wanted to see something, but then again we didn't because we were really, really scared. Did you hear that?
You heard that too?
Yeah.
So it's not just me.
Was it downstairs?
Yeah. The screen was in here.
So the screen that the face was found was in here. What was that?
What fell?
Okay.
What fell?
I don't know. What was that, Felicia?
Check in the closet. Big fall.
No, it looks all exactly the same.
Nothing? What is the cat looking at?
I don't see anything, do you? Something just ran past the window. Oh my God. There's nobody out there, right? We knew we saw something, but we wanted to make sure it wasn't our imaginations, even though we both saw it. And we wanted to make contact with it, so we went back into the room.
So what do you think, Shireen?
I think I'm really, really scared, and I'm not really wanting to go back in there.
I want to get off the mountain.
Yes, let's go. I'm ready to get out of here. We
want to get far away from here. Just go home, back, down, way off the mountain, as far as we can. As far as we can get from Cerro Gordo.
We might have seen him. Well, I hope it was him. That's what we came up here to look for, and... Ooh. When I look up at that mountain now, I'm gonna know that the ghost of the Inyos, Alphonse Benoit, is really up there.
These are the stories of real people from across the country who have had experiences with the unknown.
If you have a story to tell, write to us at Highland Entertainment.
P.O. Box 2036, Old Chelsea Station, New York, New York, 10113. Tell us your real scary story.
Fox Kids, Fox Kids, Fox Kids, Fox Kids, Fox Kids.